Yeah, good atmosphere already building. Frankie, and say just looking around the bottom ball, not too many spare seats in here this afternoon. Maybe a few hundred Reading fans made the journey.
There's more Reading fans than there was Fulham the other night.
Yeah.
Not by many, though. Yes, and as you said in the pre-game, Danny, it'd be interesting to see how Sunderland take the game to Reading, but it's an early opportunity for Tom Ince there.
Well, it was, yeah. It's a loose pass from, I think it's Dan Neil, isn't it? Doesn't get the connection on it, he's looking for, and it drops to Tom Ince, and he's the one player that Reading would have wanted the ball to drop to there. And you see, big opportunity, middle of goal, just drags it wide.
He? Yeah.
Well, just looking at the setup here, you can see Reading on the front foot, looking to press us, not allowing us to play out from the back.
Trey Hume competing with it, trying to get on the end of that one.
I think that's interesting, and again, that's something teams will look at now. We haven't got Ross up the top end of the pitch, we haven't got a big man to drop the ball into as such. They'll press us from goal kicks and say, you're going to go long. They'll fancy themselves to pick up those balls.
Now Sunderland's Joe Gelhardt knocking it back there towards Danny Bart, and for a moment there, Tom Ince thought he was in again.
Yeah, it's another loose pass, isn't it? So Joe Gelhardt, as you say, coming back towards Danny Barton. So Tom Ince looking for it, I think. Danny Bart comes in to make the challenge.
To be fair, the referee is right on top of it.
Yeah.
Paul Ince isn't very happy about Tom Ince's challenge.
Well, yeah, as I say, there, get off to a good start. Yeah. We've been sloppy, haven't we? Only a minute and a bit on the clock.
Can't get the foot on the ball at the moment. Maybe they can now. Mishu. He's getting better with every game, as you said, Danny, in the pre-game.
Just confidence, isn't it? Regular game time. You know, we've said it with other players coming in, and young lads, Trey Hume, prime example as well. What is he, 7-8 games on the bounce now? You can see the confidence in his performances.
There's Patrick Roberts going inside for the first time this afternoon. Now Giolise plays it forward, looking for Jack Clark. Scored that brilliant goal in the FA Cup on Wednesday evening. Was he clipped there?
I think yes, he was. Yeah. Yeah, it looked like he was just getting away from Jack there. He just gets the toe on it, doesn't he? Past the defender. Contact. Opportunity. You see a couple of big lads in there. It's Sars coming to the team. Andy Carroll as well.
Yeah. Patrick Roberts stands over this for Sunderland.
Reading gone zonal there.
Yeah, swinged in left-footed. This could go anywhere. Mishu picks it up, tries to dribble it through. Trey Hume will retrieve it. It's Dan Neil, in fact, who's at the back there. Patson's a long way off his goal line and tries to pump it forward, looking for Jack Clark. And Bengu cuts it out.
Yeah, as you say, Frankie, up top for a lot of experience in there. Andy Carroll and Shane Long.
Yeah.
Premier League games under their belt between the two of them.
Yeah. Shane Long, 36. Andy Carroll coming back into the side this afternoon as well. He's played many Premier League games. Some vintage firepower for Reading this afternoon. That's another almost opportunity for the likes of Andy Carroll. Just nip in there, and if he was 5 or 6 years younger, maybe he would have stole that.
Yeah, I think that's the one thing. You know, Shane Long over the years has been quite quick. He may have lost a yard or two. You know, so you'd fancy Dan Ballard and Danny Bart just to squeeze up a little bit and, you know, show them that space in behind, and you wouldn't expect them to run away from them.
Forward from McIntyre. Dan Ballard should tidy up here. Under a little bit of pressure. Patterson just has to kick it into touch. High, just below us here in the West Stand.
Yes, we just need to tidy it up a little bit early on here. See a couple of loose passes. As you said, the surface isn't quite what it was a few weeks back. Just got to take a little bit more care on the ball.
Then, Danny Bart and Dan Ballard coming together a little bit. Meanwhile, Roberts tries to dribble it out, runs into trouble. Will come again. Baba. Nice from Roberts. Geldhart keeps it going. Ahmad. Didn't release it early enough. Maybe he can get back on the ball.
Yeah.
Stopped momentarily by Sarr.
The opportunity there. Patrick running in behind just to play the ball down the line into his path.
And Naby Sarr, who comes in the side this afternoon for Reading, was the guy who scored that own goal for Charlton at Wembley. Remember that one, Danny?
Was, yeah, certainly do.
Hume, good ball inside. Dan Neil couldn't bring it under control though.
Yeah, it was a lovely little ball from Trey Hume. Just stopped in, he's just waiting for the run of Dan Neil. Drops a lovely ball down, unfortunately. Couldn't take it into his path.
Nishu carries it and then drops it off to Elise. Jack Clark wandering around with the ball as he does. It was a great goal from Jack Clark during the week. Took it so well, didn't he, Danny?
Yeah, lovely finish from Jack. Yeah, I think he has been a little bit low on confidence in recent weeks. I struggled down at Millwall last week, but again, that was credit to them. I think George Honeyman done well, doubling up with his full-back, helping out. But you know what Jack's got in his locker, what he produced against Fulham in the week.
Sunderland given the opportunity to play around Reading, but not taking them up on the opportunity, are they? Anyway, the ball gets played through. Shane Long is almost in. Andy Patterson gets off his line. But Sunderland playing themselves into problems
again,
there.
yeah, that's 4 or 5 already early on in the game, isn't it? We look, say nervy as such, but just a bit careless on the ball.
We actually saw that on Wednesday night, didn't we, for the first 15? Big shifts on if Roberts can find Elise. He can. Elise's control lets him down.
Yeah, you see Reading, you know, we say 3-5-2, don't we? But when we've got the ball, you see they drop into that back 5. Sit deep, 3 in front of them, working hard, not allowing us to play through the middle of the pitch.
No real flow to the game yet as Reading come forward on this left-hand side with Baba. Hume does well to get it back. Ballard steps inside. It's in this situation there, Sunderland have got time to think about their options, haven't they?
Yeah, just that,
as they advance.
When it opens up, and it's just taking care on that 2 or 3 passes, building from the back. And I think that was the case on Wednesday. You know, watching the game, it was quite open, and we did play well through Fulham at times. You know, 2 or 3 balls, but just at times it was decision making or a little bit loose on the ball, which let us down.
Hume will try and get there, just runs out ahead of him. Bengu sees it out. Sunderland will try and contain Reading. Ball's allowed to bounce. Ballard returns it. Well, you can see who the pantomime villain is this afternoon.
Warm welcome for Andy Carroll, yeah.
You'll probably have played against Andy Carroll. He's the kind of forward who likes to get in the face of the defenders, isn't he, Danny?
Yeah, I did, yeah. One of the derbies up here. I think it was a young Andy Carroll, might have been one of his first appearances for Newcastle, actually, up at St James's Park.
Interesting that Reading taking their time on all these throws.
Yeah, I think just see the ref just waving him on a minute or two. You can hear the boos from the Sunderland fans, and it's one of them, isn't it? They'll take the time, they'll slow the game down as much as they can, Reading. You know, when you're struggling, especially away from home, trying to use it to your advantage.
Geldhart trying to bring it down. Yadam gets it back of his keeper. Steps outside. Trying to get something going down that side, but Jack Clark cuts it out. And suddenly get the throw.
Yeah, keeper didn't give him a great ball there, did he? Put too much on it, and he was on the stretch. Times like this we might have to be patient throughout the game. They'll sit off Reading. I think you see early on of goal kicks they might press us, but just there, Andy Carroll isn't going to want to do doggies all afternoon at his age. Shane Long as well.
Shane Long as well, yeah. And the guy in the centre of the midfield as well, Jeff Hendrick, of course, who's on loan. He's 31 from he's on loan from Newcastle, of course. He won't want to do that. And they are conserving energy.
Yeah.
Here's Ahmad. Almost poked it through there for Jack Clark. Easy decision for the rest there.
And that's what Ahmad there, he'll drop in those little pockets where defenders don't want to go off the back of the midfielders. Get him on the half turn. You see Jack Clark coming off that left-hand side, making the run in behind, and it's a good well, it was on a tackle, was it? It cut the ball out on the slide. But that's why we want to see Ahmad getting on the ball as much as he can. Crowd enjoying that one. Trey Hume just leaning into Andy Carroll, ending up on the deck. Side.
Hasn't got going yet, has it?
No, and you know, comes up tempo. Where does that come from? Comes from the players on the pitch as well. You know, sometimes the manager gives the instructions. You want to go out there, you want to set the tempo early on, but once they cross the white line, that comes from the players. You know, Danny Bart, the lads there, drive it. Come on, lads, let's up it a little bit tidier on the ball, move it a little bit quicker.
It's Carroll who wins the header down. Patson reacts to try to head it down to.
Yeah, and that's what we've got to be aware of. Those seconds there with Carroll. You know, he'll win his fair share. Balls coming into the box.
Michu finds Jack Clark on the far side. Clark stepping inside as he does. Dan Neil. Trehue. Looking for Geldhart. Oh, Michu almost gone on the end of it. Dan Neil might. Ahmad. It's almost like Reading are happy for Sunderland to try and build up a head of steam.
But there you can see the picture, and your back five, and those, as I said, those three midfielders in front. I think it's Hendrick and Ince, isn't it, either side of Mbenu in the middle. And they'll just say, you're not coming through the middle of us, you can play around us as much as you like. And they'll fancy the big lads in the middle to defend balls coming into the box. But from our point of view, it's a case of, are we clever enough? We've got that guile about us to break them down, those little threaded passes.
Dan Neil steps around Andy Carroll. And then plays the ball through to Trey Hume. Ahmad picks it up. Geldhart gets it back to Ahmad. He shifts it too wide. But you can see what Sunderland are going to have to try and do this afternoon from that, can't you?
You see there Geldhart coming, just dropping off there, trying to draw the centre half out. When he does that, we've seen it with Jack Clark 5 minutes or so ago when he's making those little runs in behind. And the same with Patrick on this side. If they have to rotate it, I don't think Geldhart's similar to Ross in the terms of he'll want to run the channels, he'll do the dirty yards outside of the box. He wants to play almost between the goalposts, really, edge of the box, balls into feet.
Reading again in no hurry to take the throw on the far side. Ball's up in the air. Clark tries to move it forward for Sunderland. Carroll comes across, doesn't get there. Long does. Ball's played in towards Hendrick. Comes out. It's a bit of a wild shot, which could stay in here. It is kept in. Let's go around Roberts as well, and the cross comes in. Ballard has to clear it. Geldhard tries to get on the end of it. It's going to be a stretching one from Dan Neil between him and Mishu. They can't get it back. And here come Reading again towards Carroll. You've got to say, though, Reading don't look like they can do much when they get the ball, do they?
Well, I think it was Hoylett on that far side, wasn't it? You see there, put the cross in again for the second one. But yeah, I think he'll want a better ball. It's Andy Carroll there. He's messing about with his hair. But as the ball comes in, he'll want a ball stood up there, and he'll fancy just pulling off the back of Dan Ballard onto Trey Hume. You know, Trey's not bad in the air, but it's a bit of a mismatch in terms of physicality. And he just needs to stand a better ball up for him there at the far post. He's got Shane Long there for the knockdown. But he puts too much on it. But yeah, in terms of them going forward, that'll be their best outlet, really, and best opportunity in creating. Other than maybe Tom Ince, who can do a bit, as we said earlier on, coming off that right-hand side.
Roberts goes inside. And drops it off for Danny Bart. Mishu. Dan Neil. Trey Hume. Held down a place in the side since coming in. Just went behind Dan Neil, tried to get it back. Sunderland do get it back through Danny Bart. But here's an opportunity now. Put through for Long. Long goes down, referee's right on top of it. Waves it away. Oh, and then Sunderland try and turn out.
Yeah, well, they had a couple of opportunities there, Fulham. I think they were 3 against 1, and I think it's Shane Long that sets the ball back. It wasn't great. It took the momentum out of the attack.
The referee's about a foot away, isn't he, from the incident?
And I think on the second one there, Dan Ballard gets back at him. Let's see now. I think he's looking for it, isn't it? It's Ahmad that comes across. And as we're watching that replay, there's another man gone down for Reading. Is it Baba down below us, I think?
Yeah, something happened between him and Patrick Roberts. The referee just wants a quick word. I think it was more accidental than anything. We'll see it back in a moment, I'm sure. The referee just having a quick word with Patrick Roberts. Here's that incident again here, Danny.
Yeah, when he goes down, he leaves his foot in the air, doesn't he, Patrick? You see on this one, I think, now. Trailing leg right in front of Tony Mowbray.
I think it looks accidental, doesn't it?
He might have brushed his chest, but he's gone down, hasn't he? He's back on his feet, he's okay, but...
Meanwhile, the ball's played in and Sunderland can't get it clear at the moment. Geldhardt's back there. It's Roberts who's going to bring it away. Drops it off to Mishu. Did well to stay in possession there, Mishu, because he was challenged a couple of times, and Elise plays it across field. Sunderland start again. Feels like it's there for the taking, Danny.
Yeah, and I think just looking at the picture on there, now, that's the issue we've got in terms of saying about Ross. Ross will run channels. They're quite high there. The back line, Reading, the back five. You know, Dan Ballard's 10-15 yards in his own half. He's looking for the ball down the channel, but nobody really wants to run in behind. We've said it before, once you start doing that, then their back line will drop. They don't want to keep running back towards their own goal. We've just got to mix it up a little bit, I think.
Again, Reading in no hurry to take their throw-ins. Be interesting if the referee was to maybe put a stop to that early on, Danny.
Yeah, I think it is. He's seen me. He was waving his arms at the... I think it was Baba down below as the full-back, and he took ages on the first one.
Well, 20 minutes in, they've done it every time. Over the top. Hendrick knocks it down to Andy Carroll. Ahmad gets back there and steals it off him, though. Dan Neil trying to burst through the middle. Ahmad gets it back. Geldhardt's gone to the right-hand side. Geldhardt will try and get on the end of this one. Shows some good strength, but doesn't get the decision.
Yeah, Ahmad does well, just nicks it off Andy Carroll. He thinks he's got more time, he doesn't get the shout, and he takes it off his toes. And then, so we are on the counter there. Gellard down this right-hand side. Again, the fullback does well, just uses his strength and experience to nudge him off the ball.
Danny Bart under pressure from Hendrick. Gives it back to Anthony Patterson. What can you see here, Danny?
I'm just looking, just that movement at the top end of the pitch when the lads are carrying out from the back.
Not enough for you?
Maybe a little bit of rotation. Yeah, I was saying that. There we go. Now in behind, just mix it up a little bit. You know, outside the 18-yard box into the channels. You know, we keep going back to Ross, but that's what Ross does really well. He drags centre halves out of the middle. You don't want to go there as a centre half. You want to stay, you know, between the lines of the 6-yard box really. And when you're getting dragged out there, you worry about the space and the hole it leaves in the middle of the pitch. You know, whether it's Joe or Jack Clark, Ahmad, just do it a couple of times and then it'll just mess their back line around a little bit.
Forward from Carroll, cut out by Dan Ballard. Carroll will retake possession. Forward from Mbengu. Trey Hume with the overhead. Geldhard strong, but not strong enough. Ahmad picks it up though. Tony Mowbray and Mark Venus shouting about something down on the touchline as Trey Hume's clattered, but the throw goes Reading's way.
Yeah, I think what he'd be disappointed with 22 minutes on the clock now, when I don't think the keeper's had a save to make, has he? I think he's barely touched the ball 2 or 3 times.
Neither keeper.
Lovely in goal.
The best chance we've seen was that early one for Tom Ince.
After less than, was it 30 seconds on the clock? Yep.
That was dragged wide. Shane Long. Nice pull back there. Possible opportunity here for Reading. It bounces off Patrick Roberts, and that's the first corner of the afternoon. Yeah, and
you're right. And Reading have had the better openings, really, haven't they? And haven't perhaps capitalised. That one a moment ago as well. Shane Long, where it was almost 3-on-1, I think, against Dan Ballard, and they slowed the attack down. Let us get back in. Again, looking at our setup, same again. It's centre halves across the 6-yard line. Dan Ballard penalty spot.
It's towards Andy Carroll at the back, who keeps it alive. It's Geldhart actually with the header for Sunderland. Dan again. It's good to see, isn't it, Danny? Still not clear though. How many headers is that in a row? Oh no!
Oh, yeah, well that's what happens. Yeah, scrappy, and it all comes. Andy Carroll wins that first one, and you see it, don't you? The ball's dropping down, everyone's panicking, nobody can clear the ball. We need to get going here.
It's a hard one for the fans to get involved with as well, because nothing's actually happened.
No real tempo to the game.
No.
We've had a lot of the ball, but you see it's this, and yes, you say the pitch is a little bit dry, sticky and all that, but
both sides.
Yes, we need some intensity into the performance.
Elise finds himself in an advanced position ahead of Jack Clark, who's on the ball now for Sunderland. Goes down, but then gets back up. He's waiting for contact and does get the foul. Plays it early over the top, looking for Elise. Can he get there? His first touch wasn't ideal. Does get the ball back. Sunderland have a free kick on the far side.
Yeah, it was good though from Elise. He makes the run in behind. Jack Clark spots it, and as you say, he just couldn't quite take the ball in his stride and drive towards goal. But we've got a free kick on that far side. That's interesting as well. Obviously, it was Alex Pritchard on the free kick last week with the in-swinger, wasn't it, down at Millwall? But we've had a couple out on that far side now, and it's Patrick Roberts with the left foot with the outswinger. You see in the middle of the box there, they're not tight, they've gone zonal as well. Reading.
Ball comes in, it's Ballard with the header.
Yeah, and that's what it gives you. You give the opportunity to run. We're saying it last week. Going up as a centre-half, and Dan and Danny Bart as well, they'll enjoy that, because they say, you know what, we'll stay out. If Patrick can drop a ball there, just look at the top of your screen there. No one's touched that. He's got the run on his man. Just can't get over the top of the ball and get it on target.
Joe Lumley on loan from Middlesbrough this season. In goal for Reading. It's taken about 20 seconds there to kick the ball out. Danny Bart comes through with the header. Hendrick knocks it back. Bart's under this one again. Dan Neil's going to have to be clever here against Hendrick. Comes through to Ahmad. Trey Hume plays it forward. Geldar can't get on the end of it. It's too high for him. Hoylett. Hoylett's getting on as well, Danny. He's in his 30s.
Yes, yeah, and he won't enjoy playing wing back, I'll tell you that.
Goodness knows what's happening there. Just in the D. And Sunderland come away with the ball. Anyway, only momentarily, but Jack Clark does stand strong, then gives it away. That's so typical of the game so far.
Yeah, done the hard part, skipped past the first one and didn't put enough on the pass.
And Neil kicks it out of danger for now.
Yeah, you can see Tony Mowbray, I say every week, he can look at his, shows his emotions on the touchline, doesn't he? He doesn't look too happy down there at this moment in time with what he's seeing. And they're slowing it down again. You can hear the fans not happy. Yeah, Dom on that far side, just taking his time.
There's something made of Elise's long throws the other day, wasn't there, Danny?
Yeah.
And you made the comment, who's going to get on the end of them?
Who's going to get on the end of it? Anyway, yeah, I mean, you know, centre halves go forward. You see it with Jake Cooper last week. He's a nuisance going forward, but I can tell you now, Danny Bart won't want to be running 60 yards every time we have a long throw in. Yes, I get it towards the end of the game, maybe, if you're trying to get back into it, or there's an opportunity to get a winner, but not at this stage of the game for me.
Normally casually plays it upfield. Ince will get on the end of it. Elise goes back to Danny Bart. Geldar gets back up in the middle. There's no flow, is there, Danny?
No, it's frustrating. You can just hear it in the stadium, you know, the fans now singing, trying to get the lads going, up it a gear or two. Some tempo into the ball speed, move around the pitch a bit quicker.
Here's Trey Hume. Looking for Geldar.
Yeah, that wasn't actually a bad ball there. Unfortunately, Joe just coming back towards the ball as he's dropped it in behind. Flag eventually goes up as well. I'm not sure it needs. Just looking at one or two of the Reading players waving their arm. Why do you give it? Why do you give that when they're out on the far side? You can play on there.
Well, we're approaching the
even the referee slowing the game down now as well. Yeah,
it's a very frustrating one. All these fans here inside the Stadium of Light, and of course people watching around the world as well on SAFC Live. Thank you for your company. Get in touch, tell us where you're watching in from this afternoon. Take part in the post-game programme. Use the hashtag AskDanny. Meanwhile, Reading have a possible opportunity. Takes a deflection off Elise. They'll go for the corner.
Yeah, it's a good block. It just drops, doesn't it, to I think it's Junior Hoylett on the far side. Jack Clark. Awkward one for Jack because he's got the full back there, but Hoylett's the other side of him, and he's got 10-15 yards to run into there. He gets the strike away. Just see it back now. There you see Jack's got a couple of bodies round him, and Adji comes out to press it, gets the block in.
Passing comes, doesn't get there. Geldhard smashes it away. Forward from Lumley. Elise competing. Jack Clark. Gets a return of Geldhard. Too much on it though. He'll not give it up. I'll just take something with a little bit of fast thinking, maybe.
Well,
Danny.
it's just a little bit of quality there, isn't it? It's good link-up play by Jack and Geldhard back into his path. And unfortunately from Jack, just heavy on the touch. Opportunity went away as he's driving towards the defender one-on-one.
Ahmad. Nice skills, loses the ball though. Should be a Sunderland throw, it is. And applause as Isaac Lahaji emerges for a little bit of a warm-up down in front of us here in the Stadium of Light.
Yeah, I spoke to someone at the training ground in the week actually, and they said he's looked quite sharp in training. He's, you know, by all accounts, he's
had
rapid.
many minutes this season over in France.
Might see him at some stage today.
Roberts, Dan Neil, Sunderland creating space, which hasn't been an issue. It's this bit here, moving into that final third. Reading quite happy for us to have the ball here.
Yeah, as you say, once we get over the halfway line, isn't it? When it's compact and there's a lot of bodies in there, it's what we do with it then.
Geldhard goes down. We're going to see a card as well here. It goes to Yayadam. Andy Yayadam gets a card. First one of the afternoon for anyone.
Yeah, look like obviously at first view and coming together as he just Joe Geldhard gone to running behind as he tripped him up. Not sure, but he's gone down and safe Frankie. First yellow card of the afternoon, is it?
Yep, it is. Certainly hasn't felt like that kind of game, has it? But maybe there was enough in that for the referee. Roberts stands over it. The big guns are up from the back. Roberts, Elise! Over the top.
Yeah, it's a couple we've got on the end of, isn't it? We just can't get over the top of the ball at the minute. And Patrick's delivery hasn't been too bad from wide free kicks. RG Elise with that one. You see there, just gets in between the two men. He'd be disappointed. It certainly hasn't hit the target.
Hendrick. Roberts watches it out, and then decision goes against him.
Yeah, just on that one there, it's the first time he's done it though, but Andy Carroll, you know, he's a big unit and he'll want to bring it down, I think, for Dan Ballard or Danny Bart on the other side. Just get Dan Neil or Michu just screening it on his chest. Don't let him bring balls down like that.
And Bengu with the throw. Roberts comes through and heads it. Went as far as Tom Ince, bobbling again. Jack Clark sticks his foot in and then his head. Geldhard tries to spin, he's caught by Ince, but Sunderland get possession back. Trey Hume. It's behind Geldhard. This is such a scrappy game, isn't it, Danny?
Yeah, again, I just think it's decision making at times. You know, we've said about the pitch perhaps not being ideal for flowing football, but sometimes taking too many touches on the ball. Again, that was the case maybe on Wednesday night and last week at Millwall.
Michu finds Roberts. Can he release Clark? Oh, comes off Clark, it'll go for a goal kick.
Yeah, just need another yard or two of pace on that. Jack running onto it into his path. You see Yayadam there.
Is there anything easily, you know, instantaneous which Mowbray could suggest to his players at half-time to try and ignite this game a little bit.
Maybe sometimes a bit more movement. As we said, top end of the pitch, rotate a little bit. If Joe Gallart's dropping in, someone running in behind, their back line will drop, then you'll maybe get those pockets of spaces to play into. Ahmad, you know, Michu, Dan Neil can get on the ball a little bit higher up the pitch, and the ball tempo, you know, the speed and the passing, really just move it a little bit quicker if we can across the pitch.
Elise under pressure from Long, can't get past Hoylett. Hendrick, surrounded by Sunderland players, he'll get it back. He's Roberts, looking for that early ball forward, has to go backwards. Ahmad. Sunderland lose possession, but strong challenge from Hume, gets the crowd up a bit.
Again, it looked like we were creating an opening there, just didn't come off again, did it? But Trey Hume, he certainly loves a challenge, doesn't he? In recent weeks, made some good tackles. That's a bit of a cliche, but it almost feels like 12th against 14th, last game of the season, doesn't it, at this moment in time?
Yeah, there's no urgency, pace, tempo.
Big opportunity for us today. You know, West Brom losing last night. I know going about the playoffs and there's still a long way to go, but we can go 5th today, I think, if we get a result here this afternoon.
Elise picks it up on the far side. Can Sunderland get a shot on goal before half-time? Don't think we've had one, Danny.
No, we haven't.
Well, the header's gone close.
Most likely, yeah, I was just going to say, from those wide free kicks from Patrick Roberts, couple we've got on the end of them, but not on target.
We haven't even had a corner yet.
Perhaps there's not too many times this season we've said, you know, we haven't really worked the goalkeeper in the first half.
Ahmad has come deep to try and get things going for Sunderland. Gives it back to Danny Bart. Hendrick. Ince picks it up in the middle. Running at Sunderland. Clips one in. Carroll's lurking.
Yeah, again, say Jack Clarke, he'll say he's looking for an opening, but he's had 7, 8, 9 touches on the far side. Adji Elise's gone past him down the left-hand side, and then we turn the ball over and he's out of position and we're running back towards our own goal. Surprised that Tom Ince there, actually. Decision, you know, you'd fancy him there to come in on his left foot, maybe get a strike away.
Yeah, I think his dad was shouting that exact instruction from the touchline. Trey Hume's been left in a heap after that challenge. Elise comes through, but then a foul's been given against Jack Clarke for pulling Hoylett back. Well, that could be anyone's. What's the referee going to do? Gives it to Sunderland. Ballard. Referee just telling him to get back. Geldhard. Roberts can't get it.
Yeah, I think what'll happen as well is the longer the game stays at 0-0, Reading will come out the shell a little bit. They'll grow in confidence. You know, coming up here, they will expected certainly a little bit more from ourselves than what we've seen.
And Bengu will take the long throw. Not that long. Reaches Carroll though, and it's flicked on. Chance for Ince. Skies it.
Yeah, well, it wasn't a long throw as such, was it? But Andy Carroll there just flicks it into the area again.
Surely he was the target all the time, though.
Around.
Even if, you know, he went to the front post.
Yeah, got to be screening him again. I've seen it back on the monitors there. It's too easy. You know, when Andy Carroll's, I'm sure they've talked about this in the week. If Andy Carroll plays, what's he all about? He's
going to get hit every time,
isn't he? He's big and he's a threat. Yeah, we've got to almost sandwich him, really. One in behind and someone screening his chest and making it difficult for him in front.
Oh, that summed up the game.
Yeah, and on that, there's a few leaving to go and get their half-time refreshments as well. And it's been a real flat 45 minutes. They're making excuses. We had a game in midweek against, was it Fulham, and I think it's 10 of the players played in that one. Are they a little bit leggy, lethargic from that? I don't know, but...
Well, it's not going to stop, Danny. It's a busy month ahead.
Yeah, got to get on with it.
Tuesday, Saturday coming up. We're back here at the Stadium of Light a week today. Got a game Tuesday against QPR. What Sunderland need, Danny, is one of those goals we scored against Reading earlier this season. The Jack Clark one, arguably the goal of the season so far.
Made it look easy, didn't they, that night?
Well, can't they just do that, you know? But it would take something like that, something a bit special. Just Sunderland need to show some class like that from Trey Hume. Ahmad now goes inside, got space and time to think about what he does next. Gives it to Mishu. Couldn't control it, Mishu. And momentum goes from the move a bit. Elise gets the ball in. There's a header from Geldhart.
Yeah.
Didn't get any power on it, though.
Well, does it come off his shoulder, I think? But yeah, as you say, ball went across. Michu miscontrolled it. It felt like the momentum had gone out of the attack, but Ajay Elise digs across out on that far side. Difficult, I think it's coming away from goal. Joe Geldhart to get on the end of it. But he couldn't generate the power on it. As I said, I think it did come off his shoulder.
Ballard, Roberts. Elise will pick it up. A couple of minutes until half-time. We'll bring you all the other scores from around the championship, as well as the highlights from the first half so far.
That should be brief.
Good luck to the producers on that one. You spotted something there, Danny? Ball in towards Andy Carroll.
So he's got a leap on him, Trey Hume, hasn't he?
Yeah, he does well in the air, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's 2 or 3. He's got above Andy Carroll.
Mishu.
There we go.
Can Geldhart get there? Lumley will easily get there and collect it on the edge of his area.
The couple he's made, though, Joe Geldhart, you know, a little bit off flat, and he's in between the centre halves.
Too much on that. Tom Ince looks frustrated.
Well, Tom Ince looks frustrated. Tony Mowbray looks even more frustrated down below. He'll be looking forward to his half-time cup of tea. And
the nearly 40,000 around us look frustrated.
A few words with the lads at half-time. And
perhaps frustrated is the wrong word, Danny, because they haven't had anything to be frustrated about. It's more...
Yeah, that's it, isn't it? Yeah, nail on the head there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Although Sunderland haven't really threatened, neither have Reading.
No, but they have had the best opportunity of the game, haven't they? As you said early on, minute on the clock.
Dan Neil. 2 minutes will be added on. Roberts up against Hendrick. Ahmad. Sunderland have a corner.
Yeah, it's a good touch. I think Trey Humes coming in behind there as well. And I'm right on half-time. Is that the first corner, did you say, Frankie?
First corner for Sunderland of the afternoon. I'm wondering if Tony Mowbray might think about changing things at half-time.
Well, possibly he might have a look at it. Alex Pritchard on there, as you say, come on, last week, didn't he?
Just the energy I saw Luke O'Nien and Alex Pritchard brought.
Yeah.
On Wednesday evening in particular.
Possibly, yeah, he might have a look at it. Might tweak the formation, possibly, but whether that'll change us, I'm not too sure.
Still there or thereabouts. Elise gets a strike away. Will he go for the corner? Is Jack Clark offside? He's asking the linesman.
Yeah, no, he's right, the linesman there. I think, obviously, it's going to go out for the corner. I think Jack just leave the ball, make the defender make a decision. Because Adji Elise's had the shot, Jack's offside, below the linesman. And then once he's reacted to go and get the ball, that's when the flag goes up.
It's an interesting one, though, because obviously Jack Clark was saying to the linesman, am I offside? Am I offside?
Yeah, but I think Jack's got to know that, possibly. Yeah.
Would the linesman ever say, you're off, you're off?
Not really, no, I don't think so, no. You know.
You just got to go for it, haven't you?
He's probably saying to the referee, if he goes to take control of the ball, then he'll be offside. Yeah. You know, and you can see that's why his flag didn't go up early. You can hear the fans getting frustrated. Perhaps saying wisely, he put his flag up earlier, but he's waiting for Jack to react to go and get the ball.
Geldhard gets in there with a header. Ball just pumped forward. Patterson comes a long way. He'll have to kick it with his foot. It's good connection on it, to be fair. And that brings an end to a very strange first half, Danny.
Yeah, it was lethargic all round, really. There's one or two little boos there. I'm not sure if that's at the referee or what that's all about, or maybe the performance in general, but if we're honest, there hasn't been too much to boo this season, has there? It's been excellent. But yeah, that was a lacklustre first 45 minutes, wasn't it? Lacking in energy. Him in there alongside Dan Neil. He'd go 4-3-3 maybe, but we'll see as the half develops.
Yeah, no changes for either side at half-time. Just a reminder who's on Sunderland's bench this afternoon. Alex Bass, Luke O'Nien, Abdullah Barr, Jefferson Bennett, Alex Pritchard, Isaac Lahadji for the first time, Pierre Ekwa as well. Unsurprisingly, there's quite a few people not made their way back to their seats yet around us. Wasn't much to enjoy in the first half. But how about this opportunity now? Patrick Roberts steps inside. Can he get a shot away? Plays it across the field. Jack Clark picks it up. Geldhardt's offside. Tries to be spectacular, but he was about 2 foot offside.
Yeah, just opened up for Patrick there as he's driving, and you fancy him pull the trigger. And as he plays it across to Jack Clark, you see there, Reading got 4 or 5 bodies back, goal side. And Joe Geldhardt had strayed offside anyway. But that's what we need to see a bit more of. See their ball speed up the pitch quicker, wasn't it? Out to Patrick, driving at their back line.
Surely that's what Tony Mowbray said at half-time. Increase the tempo.
Yeah, and he'll have been as frustrated, or certainly more frustrated than anybody in the stadium, Tony. He knows what we're capable of and what he sees day in, day out on the training pitch.
Hendrick on the far side for Reading. Nicely won back by Ahmad with a back heel of sorts. Roberts trying to go on one of his mazy runs. Nothing given though. Carroll's underneath that one. Got a bit sandwiched in between Elise.
Yeah, and Adji Elise does really
Danny
well
Bart
there
as well.
He just pulls off the back of Danny Bart, and Adji, good positioning from the left back.
Gets across.
Yeah. Just see it back there. Easy there. See that good positioning from Adji. Gets himself back in. A little bump on Andy Carroll. It's not a penalty. He's not after one.
And Bengu goes back to Joe Lumley. Carroll. Ballard beats long to the ball. Reading come forward again. Hoylett. Across some Hoylett blocked with the chest of Agielise. Leads to another corner for Reading. It's their third of the afternoon. Sunderland have just had the one. Shot of Alex Ray there, former Sunderland player. He's the assistant of Paul Ince at Reading. Very much a fan favourite at his time on Wearside. Part of some brilliant squads over the years was Alex Ray.
Yeah, good experience behind him as well. A good right-hand man for Paul Ince in the technical area.
Patterson comes with a punch. Hendrick keeps it alive on the edge. McIntyre gets a touch as well, but it's then cleared by Jack Clark. Sunderland nick it back. Good ball through as well. Can Geldal get on the end of this? Sars with him for company. He gets an early shot away, but it goes wide.
Yeah, it's a good break. Good drive forward from Michu, actually. Does really well. Little burst of pace. And he rolls it into Gellard's path. That's what he's after. That's what he's looking for. And I think it's Sar that's just getting back at him. You see there as he's going away from goal slightly. Takes the opportunity early. Wrong foot to the goalkeeper.
Did he make the right decision there?
Yeah, I think if he takes it on any further, I think you see there Sar's getting back at him. Unfortunately, doesn't get it on target there. Got to make the goalkeeper work. He'll be disappointed.
Dan Neil trying to find Clark. Michu tries to bring it down and then picks it up. Nice feed from Edouard Michu. Trey Hume now. Sunderland look like they have more intent in this second half.
Yeah, it's a couple of openings we've had, haven't we? A few minutes into the start of this second half. Patrick on that far side. Maybe could have had the strike. And there, Joe Gelhart getting half a yard. Doesn't get the connection he's after. Drags it past that far post. But it's a bit better from Sunderland.
Danny Barr trying to get it back. McIntyre. Tom Ince. Still going through the middle, Tom Ince. Then releases it. Goal kick for Sunderland. It was in the intended area, but no one got on the end of it.
See, Tony Mowbray just telling Anthony Patterson, drop it on. RG say we're not big, are we? Haven't got Rostri up top end of the pitch to drop it onto against the big centre halves. It's not a bad clip. RG just gets bumped under the flight of the ball.
Possible opportunity here. Hoyland is inside the area. Can't get past Danny Bart.
Yeah, I think Jack Clark's got to do more there. He's got to help Agielise out on the throw-in. I've said it in the first half. Just stand in front of Andy Carroll. It's far too easy. And then from that throw-in, see Junior Hoylett driving into the box. Danny Bart does really well. Gets the challenge in.
Stays strong, doesn't he? Goes for another one.
Great corner from Tom Ince, was it?
No, it wasn't very good.
Another bite at it.
Neither was the clearance either. Ince delivers it. Patterson's underneath that one. Wasn't convincing though, and the ball's still alive. Big shouts for a handball in there as well.
Yeah, a few arms went up from Reading players asking for, was it a handball, I think? Hands go on the heads now. Opportunity again. It's that second ball dropping down, isn't it? And panicking there. Let's have a look. Anthony Patterson, yeah, can't get over the top. Is it Shane Long in front of him?
Trying to claim a handball of Danny Bart there.
Yeah.
Patterson comes again, gets there this time ahead of Andy Carroll and looks to release it early. Thinks again and then drops it off for Adji Elise, who brings it away for Sunderland. Clark drifts inside. Here's Dan Ballard now. Roberts. Roberts. Looking for Elise, who's advanced. He brings it down brilliantly, but he couldn't convert the shot.
Nearly. That's a good spot from Patrick Roberts. It's a great run from Adji Elise. Comes off this left-hand side and gambles and gets in between Reading backline. It's a great first touch. Has to fish for it, doesn't he? And then unfortunately on the half volley, can't keep it down.
Did the hard part.
He did, yeah. Test that hammy out. Yes, he brings it down really well and unfortunately can't keep over it when he gets the strike away.
Good position there taken up by Elise. Again, going with that more intent from Sunderland in the second half so far. Free kick given for Andy Carroll. Alex Pritchard and Luke O'Nien are warming up quite intensely beneath us. Could we see those players making an appearance soon? Tony Mowbray is just having to think about this as he looks towards them there.
And now he's having a chat with the fourth official. Is he asking him for his advice on who to bring on? Changes. Anyway, free kick to Reading on that far side.
Floated in by Ince. Referees, well, it's offside.
Offside, yeah. It's Andy Carroll coming in behind Danny Bart. Gets the run on Danny, but he's straight offside, Andy Carroll.
Here's Ahmad trying to get in there. Cut out at the back. Don't think he stopped the throw though. And Bengu. Dan Neil spinning in the middle. Gets it back. Looking for Ahmad. Ahmad to Roberts. Roberts clips one in. Sar's there. It's not cleared yet. Keeper comes. Jack Clark. He's got support there. Dan Neil's one of them. Clark gets it back. Clark.
That's better.
That's better, yes.
Yeah, good build-up play around the box. Short passing, looking for the opening. And it was a good touch in the middle. Was it Saar that just got the touch ahead of Gellert, I think?
Patrick Roberts stands over this for Sunderland. Left-footed corner. Right into the mixer. It's Andy Carroll who gets his head on it.
Yeah, it was a great delivery, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Bit of whip on it, pace on there.
Seen some decent deliveries this afternoon.
Yeah, his delivery has been pretty decent, Patrick Roberts. And Andy Carroll back there doing what Ross Stewart does well for us, isn't it? Helping out corners. Free, just go and head it, and he does well.
Incidentally, I saw Joe Geldhard doing quite a lot of that in the first half as well for Sunderland, getting back and winning headers and defence. Good to see from your strikers. Roberts. Ahmad standing over it, just toying with the defenders. Roberts tries to poke it through, gets on the end of that one, but it goes for the goal kick.
Yeah, it can just feel like another gear there now, and it's there for us, isn't it? You see driving Reading back into their own final third. Just looking for that one opportunity, and Patrick's trying to get us going. He's dropping in, he's moving across the pitch, trying to get on the ball, trying to make things happen. Sunderland fans as well, trying to get the players going.
Geldhart smacks it forward, looking for Jack Clark, who'll get there. Elise has gone ahead of him. Jack Clark trying to get round his man. And the foul's given away. Slight tug. The QPR player. Reading player even.
Yeah, and you see Archie Elise again. He's had that one opportunity, hasn't he, and getting forward. That's the blue and white hoops doing you there, isn't it?
It's Tuesday, I'm thinking about Tuesday.
Let's get this one out the way first.
Yeah. It is the Royals here at the Stadium of Light this afternoon. As we slowly approach the hour mark. It's 0-0 still. How long will Tony Mowbray leave it until he tries something else? Definitely more intent from Sunderland in the second half.
There's Trey Hume again with another well-timed challenge, and he's done well actually a couple of times now. You see it's something they maybe addressed at half-time when I mentioned screening Andy Carroll. Trey Hume's coming in off right back and he's standing in front. Andy Carroll on his toes, Dan Ballard coming through to win the header. Who's that down on the far side? Is that Patrick Roberts?
It is Patrick Roberts. Yeah, it's Patrick Roberts.
I think he's okay. He's just tying his...
Yeah, his boot came off.
His lace, yeah.
Long throw comes in. See, Tommins misses. Hoylett runs into Geldhard, gives away another corner.
Yeah, opportunity for Tommins, ball dropping out the sky. Missed kick.
We're going to see a change for Sunderland in a moment. Alex Pritchard is stripped and ready to go. Towards the front post, that one. Comes back in. It's easy in the end for Patterson. There's a couple of runners here for Sunderland. If he can find one of them, he has found Roberts. Roberts. Clark drops it back off for him. He's straight human space.
Oh.
And he got a couple of tries at it. It goes out for the corner in the end.
It's good counter-attack from Sunderland. Patrick Roberts again driving us forward as it comes out to Trey Hume. Takes it back inside onto his favoured right foot, doesn't he? Yeah, just half a block on it from the defender getting back in. But we have been better in this second half. Was it 15 minutes or so gone in it? There's the fans getting behind the lads.
Near post from Roberts. Out by Hendrick. Pritchard is still stripped and ready to come on. Chose not to put him on for the set piece there, Danny.
It's going to be one of them now when it doesn't go out of play for a minute or so. Get him on. Just interesting here, you can see he's in there again. Archie Elise, he's almost playing as a striker at this moment in time and left his left back position. He's still at the top end of the pitch.
He's obviously been given license to do that. Mishu's dropped back in for him.
Yeah.
Here's Ahmad. Pritchard will be coming on in a moment. Next time the ball's dead, you'd imagine. Jack Clark's feeling the presence there of Hoylett, and Tommins runs away with the ball for Reading here. Michu trying to get back on the goal side. It's clipped in by Tommins. Too much on it though. Can Andy Carroll keep it in? Smashes it off Dan Ballard.
Yeah, that's the problem though, isn't it? Just saying there, Frankie, sorry, where Adji is out of his position and Jack Clark gets caught on the ball and counter-attack for Reading.
Again, Reading in no hurry to take this. Sunderland making the decision not to put Pritchard on for that. Would that suggest he's going to be coming on for a taller player?
Not sure about that. Unless he's coming on at the back, I'm not sure.
He wasn't brought on for Sunderland's.
No, I think if you look at it, the front line, really, aren't you? One of those front four, really.
He's going to sacrifice one to go for it, maybe. We'll see in a few moments' time. Got to deal with this one. Andy Carroll claims it's another corner and gets it.
Yeah, and I said at half-time maybe Michu, and I think he's actually done okay today.
Yeah,
Michu to be through forward help, but I just think Alex Pritchard, he's maybe a little bit more attack-minded, isn't he? Can he drive us forward from that 8 position? Change it to Dan Neil as the sitter, and then Ahmad and Alex Pritchard there just in behind Gelhardt, but we'll see.
Out from Trey Hume. So I'm going to try and step up. Ahmad chases it. Sarr pumps it forward again. Ballard's under that one. Roberts will overhead clear it. Hendrick which picks it up though for Reading. Jeff Hendrick. Andy Carroll. Strange one there from Andy Carroll.
Has he gone out on the far side? It has, yeah. He feels like he's had a nudge as he's gone to play it, but a bit of pressure from Adji Elise. And there's that substitution.
Alex Pritchard is coming on for Sunderland.
Ahmad.
And it's Ahmad who's making way.
He's got a long old walk. He's gone off on that far side. Not too happy to be coming off, but yeah, I was thinking, who is it that's going to be coming off? And
I didn't see that one coming, mind.
It's one of those front four. Yeah, well, he's been the main man, hasn't he, over the last few months. He'll be disappointed. He'll want to be out there. You're coming in towards the business end of the game as well.
Here's Danny Bart. First change of the afternoon for either side, that.
Well, he's getting a good reception off the Sunderland fans anyway, isn't he, behind the goal there?
I think he knew what he was doing there by going off on the other side. Michu. Patrick Roberts. The low delivery. Elise is there. Pulls it back for Alex Pritchard. Can't get it from under his feet. Roberts might be able to though. Oh, what a shot! Elise! Spins on it. Gets a corner.
Yeah, good strike from Patrick Roberts. Lumley does well down to his left-hand side, and it's Adji Elise again. He's looked the biggest threat, hasn't he, in the second half, and he's in amongst it. Gets the shot away, and it's behind for the corner.
Pritchard goes to take the corner. What's a strong header? Oh. Danny Bart it was.
Yeah, was it Danny Bart, Dan Ballard, the two of them again at free. Lovely delivery from Pritchard, just that away swinger. And they've got the free run again. I just can't get the time in this afternoon, can we? We've had 3 or 4 free headers. Let's have a look at it back. Oh no, it's not that one. This is that one that's bouncing round for Patrick Roberts.
Couldn't get under his feet from Pritchard. And Roberts gets a shot away.
Yeah, it just comes at Adjilise with the pace off the goalkeeper, doesn't it? And he can't get it under control, fortunately.
All right, meanwhile, Danny Bart's got some defending to do here. Shane Long picks it up. Obviously, he's been quiet this afternoon, Shane Long, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. He had that, I say, half a chance really when he picked it up when they had numbers forward. Reading first off, he went down, didn't he, looking for the free kick. Other than that, yeah, very quiet.
Ballard's there with the header. McIntyre keeps it alive for Reading. Sunderland lose it in a dangerous area. McIntyre. Pritchard picks it up, but the referees give a foul against Jack Clark.
Yeah, it was as well. Yeah, he just sidestepped Jack Clark and he just pulled him back around the
Yidam
neck, I think.
Incidentally, Yidam, who was involved in that, was the only player to be booked so far this afternoon. In from Hoylett. Trey Humes under it. Shot from distance.
Yeah, it wasn't a great header from Trey Humes. He knows he's got Andy Carroll behind him, but he puts it back into a dangerous area. As we've seen on Wednesday night, wasn't it? I think it was Patrick Roberts who put it back in and Fulham took the lead. They're just helping out the far side, Trey. But in general, he's done really well up against Andy Carroll today. Felt over the last 10 minutes or so we had a little bit of momentum, didn't we? A couple of opportunities, and don't let that die out now. Try and stay on top.
Here's Adjilise. Looking for Jack Clark, has to go inside to Edouard Michou. Free kick to Sunderland.
Not a yellow card, no.
No, Michou felt that one.
Talking to, yeah. It could have been a yellow card, a little bit naughty from Andy Carroll. He knows Michou's away from him. Let's have a look at it back. A little give and go.
Actually, a Reading player who's gone down off the ball. A separate incident.
Is it Mbengu in the middle, is it?
I think it might be right.
Free. Coaching staff in discussion down below us. 3 or 4 of them there. Mark Venus, Michael Proctor, Dodgy, they're all in there.
There's a few of them getting stripped as well there, Danny. Look.
Yeah, 20 minutes to go. I'm just thinking now, are they going to bring the changes?
I think it looks like Isaac Lahaji's getting stripped off here, which would be a debut for him. Luke O'Nine's stripped and ready to go. He does like a tripler from time to time, does Tony Mowbray.
How many? We've made the one so far,
just the one.
Yeah.
Well, Luke O'Nine's putting his jumper back on. It's Isaac Lahaji who is stripped. Amadou Mbengu back on his feet. Frenchman's only 21, joined from Metz in September. Pritchard has the ball on the right of your screen. Takes a short one to Dan Neil, who clips it in. Michou picks it up. Here's Dan Neil. Alex Pritchard. Jack Clark now. Running at Hoylett. Gets the byline, pulls it back. Roberts will keep it alive. Goes across as he does. Michou. Dan Neil. Drills one in. Keeper comes, wasn't convincing. Michu! Oh, he's placed it over.
Yeah, I tell you what, it's a wonderful ball in from Dan Neil. Good whip on it. Keeper comes, half clears it, doesn't he? Gets the punch, I think, over the top of Danny Barton. As it drops to Michu, it sits up off his chest. Let's have a look. Yeah, and it just has to wait for it to come down. Middle of goal, puts his foot through it. Unfortunately, doesn't keep it down.
If he does, that was a big opportunity.
Yeah, big opportunity.
All the coaches in deep discussion below us.
And is it Luke O'Nien top off again?
It is Luke
Looks like he's getting the nod now.
He's in deep discussion with Mike Dodds beneath us. Elise gets his jump wrong. Luckily for him, Danny Barter has a reinforcement. Michu dispossessed on the ball, but gets the free kick. We're going to see Isaac Lahaji as well. He is completely ready to come on. It will be a debut for him and Luke O'Nien. Exciting. Geldhart, in the meantime, will try and get on the end of this one. Gets there, keeps it in. There's no Sunderland support there for him.
Offside. Yeah, just straight offside there. Adji Elise as he comes across the pitch. I think we'll see those substitutions now.
I think you're right, Danny. Luke O'Nien will be coming on in a moment. It's Isaac Lahaji's number who goes up first. He'll be coming on for Dan Neil.
And it's Joe Geldhart as well, coming off.
So it's the first time we'll get to see Isaac Lahaji, Danny.
Yeah, as I said there, I've heard good things about him during the week. A few training sessions he's had. Quick by all accounts. He's got 15 minutes plus to get into this one.
That'll be some debut if he was to go on and get the winner here at the Stadium of Light. Isaac Lahaji joins from Lille, 20-year-old on a 2.5-year contract. Lots of senior appearances for that Lille side, of course. Won the Ligue 1, and played some Champions League football as a result of that. He's a forward player who plays predominantly with his left foot, Danny.
Yeah, over on that far side, like Patrick likes to, and Ahmad as well, obviously. But just having a look at it as well with Joe Geldhart going off. Who's got up top? Alex Pritchard looks to be the most advanced.
Hoylett crosses it, should be easy dealt with. It's not, though. They come back again, Reading. A shot speculatively goes into the middle, but Sunderland recover. Pritchard gets on the end of it, waiting for support now. Tries to go inside, and Tom Ince just robs his pocket. Strong from Dan Ballard.
Yeah. Shane Long touch a cramp on the far side, but yeah, it's good again from Dan Ballard. Reads those situations really well.
Jack Clark trying to find Lahaji. Wasn't far away. Going to be a double change in a moment for Reading. And here they come. So coming on is the number 11, who is Yaku Mite. That's Shane Long going off. And the other change.
Scott Dan, is it? 6 coming on.
Scott Dan's coming on, but for whom? Is that Hoylett making way beneath us?
Yeah, it's Junior Hoylett, yeah, so... Well, it's interesting, isn't it? It's your right wing back, but Hoylett's attack-minded, and Shane Long as well, and Scott Dan, obviously experienced centre-back coming on. You see there just dropping in to the middle of the back three.
Another strong header from Ballard. Offside. O'Nien gets things going. Trehune looking forward, goes inside to Roberts. Elise has gone right up top.
Yeah, it's strange this. He keeps coming back into left back, and then all of a sudden you look up and he's centre forward, isn't he? Up there's the target man through the middle.
Hooked away by Hendrick. Ballard will bring it down and get possession back for Sunderland. He's Luke O'Nien. O'Nien trying to release Jack Clark. He'll get there. Clark's got support in Mishu, but he goes himself, Clark. Roberts. Oh, what a touch that was! Just got it from under his feet and strikes it with his left foot, and
yeah, it does well.
Misses just
right.
It
starts from. We haven't done it enough today for me, and Luke O'Nien with the big switch out to Jack Clark. A little bit of space there, drives at his man, goes past him, just squares it across to Patrick Roberts, takes the touch out of his feet. It's almost like a toe poke, isn't it? And it's just up and over the top of the angle there.
I think we're going to see Jefferson Bennett in a moment as well for Sunderland, Danny. Joe Lumley again in no hurry to take this. And the referee's in no hurry to book anyone for time wasting. And you could say it, Reading have been time wasting since
early
the
on
kick-off.
That throw in down this left-hand side, wasn't it, first half? Yeah, I agree. And you think, how does he stop that? Yeah, flash an early yellow card. Soon quicken up, won't they?
Roberts. Got a bit more central and deeper. Deep into this game. 80th minute. Sunderland 0, Reading 0. Here on SAFC Live. Have your say about today's game. Use the hashtag AskDanny, and we'll discuss your points down on the pitch side in the post-game programme. Abdullah Bar will be coming on as well for Sunderland, so Sunderland will have made all their substitutions. I'm going to see that happening right now, Danny.
It's Jack Clark, isn't it? The first one coming off.
Jack Clark comes off and makes way for Jefferson Bennett.
Michu's the other one.
Edouard Michu makes way for Abdullah Bar. And Sunderland have made all 5 of their subs, Danny.
Yeah, I think so as well. 10 minutes or so to go. Tony Mowbray, as you say, trying to get this breakthrough. Frustrating in this second half. We have been better. We've had some openings. Maybe not worked the keeper as much as he would have liked. But as you say, 5 changes on now. Can we get this winning goal?
Pritchard, Elise. Bennett on our near touchline. He picks it up. Abdullah Bar gets dispossessed. It's not cleared yet though for Reading.
You see Luke O'Nien when we got possession, both fullbacks high. Well, certainly Adji Elise is, and Luke O'Nien just drops in there as the quarterback, getting on the ball as much as he can.
Roberts looking for Elise. He's playing centre forward at the moment.
Covered some yardage today, hasn't he? As soon as we get possession, he's off and he's through the middle, and then he has to run 50-odd yards back into his left-back position.
He's quite the athlete. He's very adept to do that, I think. Forward from Ballard, looking for Lahaji. Can't recall Lahaji having a touch yet. Had one there. Nice one.
Nice one as well.
O'Nien's clattered as he plays the ball forward. Bar releases Jefferson Bennett, who scored in the FA Cup on Wednesday night. Is Elisa going to try a long one? Looks like it.
Yeah, and Danny Bart's on his way up there, yeah. It's that time in the game, we mentioned it, didn't we? And getting to that stage.
Towards Danny Bart. Roberts picks it up. Just ahead of Pritchard. Hacked away for now. Mike Dodds gives it straight to Abdullah Bar. Here's Luke O'Neill, the crowd trying to get behind their side.
Yeah, we've got a front six as it stands at this moment in time.
If it did stay this way, Danny, would this be job done by Reading this afternoon?
Yeah, they haven't really come out and tried to win the game, have they, as such? Come here and made it difficult for us.
Roberts trying to get round. He has as well. It's Patrick Roberts. He scored!
Well, and you see the Reading defenders on that far side drop their heads. And Patrick, he drives in, bundles his way through, and as it drops to him, was he 6 yards out or so? Bang, past the goalkeeper before he knows it. 1-0 Sunderland.
Patrick Roberts comes up with that little bit of magic and gets Sunderland a goal in the 84th minute here, Danny.
Yeah, and we can talk about all the play and the silky play we've had during the season, and to be fair, it is Patrick that starts it and he keeps going. Looks like the opportunity's gone away, he just nicks it there. Defender comes across, can't put the brakes on. Patrick drops the shoulder onto his favoured left foot. Gets the strike away, no chance for the goalkeeper there. Yeah, defender stands on the ball, doesn't he? Trying to be a bit clever. Is it Scott Dan, I think, that maybe comes across? He can't stop himself. You've got to know there, Patrick, he wants to get it on his left foot. Just see it here now. There you go, no chance for Lumley. And he's deserved that, Patrick. He's kept going and he's drove us on in this second half. He's coming deep at times, getting on the ball. And finally, 84 minutes on the clock, we get ourselves in front.
I think Alicia's going to have to go back in defence now for the final few minutes.
Yeah, I'm sure Tony Mobu was saying, just take your time now, son, just sit in there. Yeah. Last 5 minutes or so. He'll be delighted, actually, get his breather in.
Actually, Bennett's made a difference on this left-hand side since coming on.
Yeah, I was going to say, but at the same time, let's not just sit deep. You know, we've seen it before, and you get nervy, you've got yourselves in front. See crowd there, trying to drive it home.
To deal with this, Sunderland. Tom Ince with an opportunity. He was given time and space on the edge there, Danny.
Do you know what? He's had 3 or 4 opportunities today. One in the first minute of the game, didn't take it. He's had a couple that have dropped for him. He's not got contact. You see him there, disappointed as that rolls across to him on his favoured left foot. Blazes it over the top of Anthony Patterson's crossbar. Yeah, big opportunity for him there, more than capable.
By pushing Abdullah Bar there, nothing given though. And Andy Carroll gets on the ball, gives it back to Sarr, plays it forward. Trey Hume trying to deal with this one. Lahaji gets another important touch, and Pritchard gives it to O'Neill. Lahaji gets it back. Abdullah Bar's ahead of him. Sunderland counter-attacking, but it's just overrun.
Yeah, it was good play, wasn't it? Up until that final pass, just too much on it. Opportunity on the counter-attack as well. A couple of changes for Reading coming up.
Yeah, a couple of changes happening down there for Reading. Number 19 is going to be coming on. That's Tyrese Fornart. So number 19, Fornart, comes on. And there's also the number 15, Femi Aziz. Ballard. Lahadji. Barr gives it back to Lahadji. First time ball in. Too close to Joe Lumley.
Yeah, it's unlucky. It's good build-up play, isn't it? He has to work to get to the byline, to get to the ball. Stands the cross up, but it's comfortable for Lumley. It's good play down that right-hand side.
And Bengu making way down this side and crosses it in. Patterson comes and gathers, and he'll take his time over this one.
Yeah, good from Anthony Patterson. Early shout there. He's got to do more. Jefferson Bennett, though, it's too easy down this right-hand side. Goes past him like he's not there. He's got to dig in. He's got to work for these final few minutes for the team.
It's Tom McIntyre, the other player who comes off for Reading during those subs. Scott Dan comes through. It looks like he handballed it, and again. But Pritchard comes out with it. Bennett's ahead of him. Can Jefferson Bennett get there ahead of Lumley?
Yeah.
Now he's brought it back.
Just gets caught, Alex Pritchard. They're arguing, the Reading players, but he does. He just gets there before him, Alex Pritchard, and he gets caught.
I think there was 2 handballs there as well.
There was. Scott Dan, yeah.
Yep. We're inside the 90th minute here at the Stadium of Light. Beneath us, Alex Ray is giving the 4th official a hard time.
Well, I'm not sure if he's moaning about the decision, but as you said there, Scott Dan, a couple of handballs in there, weren't there?
Definitely.
Could have stopped it then.
Be interesting to see how much is added on to a game with not many incidents, but lots of time wasting by Reading. Luke O'Nien turns out, goes across the field to Dan Ballard. Trey Hume has got options ahead of him. There'll be 4 minutes added on. Pritchard's going to have to be quick here. He was. Danny Bart goes back to Anthony Patterson under pressure of Tom Ince. Sarr wins the header. Hendrick back to Sarr. Carroll knocks it on. Niete is in, goes down, referee's right on top of it.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's done well there. Dan Ballard just chopped inside. Danny Barton, centre-half partners there to help out.
Lahadji picks it up. Just behind Roberts. But he easily gets there. Goes through the legs of Mbengu. Goes inside. Lahadji dispossessed. Felt it was fouled. Nothing given. Oh, strong challenge there.
Oh, what's he gone? Is it red?
It's a yellow. Niete.
Just thinking as he jumped in with his elbow, if he's seen it.
I think he's trailing hand when he'll see it back from Niete. It's only the second card of the game. Let's watch this back.
It's twice, yeah, keeps going off our monitor again on the replay, so not sure, but he's felt that one, Dan Ballard. Just see the game out now, manage it, and look after the ball as best we can. Make Reading work to get it back.
Luke O'Nien goes in for it, but doesn't come out with the ball. Danny Bart gets a header. Trey Hume plays it forward. Jefferson Bennett, the little nudge. That's offside anyway.
Yeah, he's come back offside now. Yeah, I was just going to say he's got to get himself back on side there, because this is now going to invite Reading to put the ball into the box. Some big units on the pitch, Reading.
Still got about a minute and a half to play here, Danny. At least. Pritchard's under it. Roberts is as well. Lahaji trying to chase it down. Luca 9 will smash it forward. He plays it nicely forward, in fact, but it rolls out of play again. Sunderland were away there.
They were, yeah. If you keep starting play down the line, opportunity on the counter.
Inside the final minute here at the Stadium of Light. Sunderland 1, Reading 0. We'll see what that does to the championship table in the post-game programme, where we need your thoughts and suggestions of what to talk about. Use the hashtag AskDanny on social media. We bring in the scores as well from all the other games around the championship, as Roberts plays it to Bennett, takes possession of it. Nice back heel to Pritchard, looking for the run of Patrick Roberts, who's still running deep inside injury time as Lumley comes across and clears it. Danny Bart heads it forward. It's picked up by Ince. Final few seconds of suggested added time. The referee going to bring it to an end yet? Not yet. It's going to add some time on. 09.
Oh, that'll do.
That'll do us. Sunderland get all 3 points here at the Stadium of Light, Danny.
Yeah, and I think we did deserve it, to be honest. Yes, Reading had 1 or 2 opportunities which we helped them with, if we're honest, in that first half, but we did up it in the second half. That man there, Patrick Roberts, I thought drove us on really well. In terms of man of the match, you look at it, go through the back line, Dan Ballard, Danny Bart again, excellent. Trey Hume, I thought, was outstanding again. Patrick Roberts is a difficult one to single anybody out individually. Adji Lise as well, the shift he's put in there today. So, listen, at times you're going to have to graft. It's not always going to be pretty football. We've seen it last week down at Millwall, coming back up here today to the Stadium of Light. And sometimes you have to take a dirty 1-0 win, and that's exactly what it's been today. So, let's see where we are in the table.